Hi guys, welcome back TV Spoilers. Today I'm going to reveal the true face of Phyllis and Billy. What they plan to do with their scheme to betray Cain will bring many exciting surprises to the audience. As you can see, Phyllis and Billy will continue their deceptive scheme, betraying all of Cain's plans. Their plan is to secretly steal confidential information. Phyllis and Billy will exploit Phyllis's access to Newman Enterprises to steal Cain's documents and strategic plans to undermine his position, especially information related to the deals Cain made to gain control of the company. They will leak this information to Victor or the press. Phyllis and Billy entered the most dangerous phase of the game, not because they lacked a plan, but because they began to understand that Cain wasn't just an ambitious man waiting to sit in the chair at Newman Enterprises. He was the kind of person who would turn that chair into a trap, then wait for others to walk into it, believing he was winning. Phyllis understood that feeling better than anyone. He had once been looked down upon, marginalized, labeled too reckless, too unstable, too unreliable to be given power. And that's why this time, she wouldn't allow herself to make another mistake. Billy felt the same way, only with the difference that for him, self-destruction always disguised as a game. He was used to turning power into struggles into a reckless charge, both to prove he was still alive and to punish his own weaknesses. When they decided to betray Cain's plans, it wasn't just a tactical move, but a declaration of war against the humiliation of being manipulated and sidelined. They knew exactly what they were playing: stealing confidential information, turning the tables, shaking the throne Cain had just built through shady dealings. But they also knew that the most terrifying thing wasn't being caught red-handed, but the moment they saw themselves in the mirror and realized they were becoming the very thing they once hated. The plan began with something seemingly simple: Phyllis's access to Newman Enterprises. It was like a small key that could unlock a labyrinth, and Phyllis entered that labyrinth with the cold composure of someone who had survived countless betrayals. She didn't rush in like a clumsy thief. She moved as if she belonged there, as if every corridor, every layer of security, every server had once been their territory. Phyllis didn't just take documents. She collected clues. She hunted for evidence. Her high-tech skills weren't flashy. They were terrifyingly silent and precise, like a thin blade gliding across skin without anyone seeing the blood. The deals Cain made to gain control of the company couldn't have been entirely clean, and Phyllis knew that, because no one takes over Newman Enterprises with nice handshakes. She traced layers of data, unnamed files, folders hidden under meaningless symbols. Each time she saw an anomaly, she didn't jump to conclusions, because Phyllis understood the nature of information warfare. What kills you isn't a lack of evidence, but using evidence at the wrong time. Phyllis didn't enter this game impulsively. She entered it with a survival instinct honed through countless betrayals and countless acts of self-betrayal to survive. She understood Cain, understood how he operated, understood that he not only wanted power but also the feeling of victory, the feeling of seeing others accept the rules he set. And it was this very desire that made Cain easily manipulated. Phyllis knew where she stood in Cain's eyes: a useful ally, a door that could open corridors, or power he hadn't reached yet. A person daring enough to do the dirty things he wouldn't do himself. Cain thought so, allowing Phyllis to get closer, believing he could control her, or at least believed that she wouldn't be foolish enough to bite the hand that gave her that position. In that moment, when they thought they had won, just as Phyllis and Billy were about to take their final step, a small sign appeared, a detail too precise to be a coincidence, that sent a chill down Phyllis's spine and made Billy's stomach churn, as if someone had known what they were doing all along, as if a third hand was watching and waiting for them to fall into a trap. And if they chose the wrong person to entrust the documents to, they would not only betray Cain, but also inadvertently betray their future. On our TV Spoilers channel, I always seek content inspiration for each video by compiling short video clips to analyze and offer my personal opinions. This channel specializes in analyzing, theorizing, and discussing plot points in the Young and the Restless series from the perspective of a longtime fan. Through this, viewers can gain deeper and more objective insights.